stuff. You know how that is, right? So let's see if the sound's working. I'm fiddling with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. Well, stand by. We got a real barn burner article that came out today in the Wall Street Journal. Today, breaking news from Chuck Moyer. We'll give Chuck credit. And I really, the style consultant says if I can get people to send me interesting stuff, it'll make it all work better. So let's all work together and hunt down stuff. But special thanks to Chuck. And he thought that I'd get a kick out of it. And, since it's today and it's the Wall Street Journal, you bet that's going to be the last story. So stay with us. And before that, let's have some fun. Here we go over to 10 at 10. And I like this commercial because it covers the bases. Here we go.
Sarah, you said you were buying a car today.
Dad, it's 4 a.m.
Yeah, I stayed up and crunched all the numbers.
I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly.
Oh, online, honey. Now that can affect your credit score.
It didn't, Dad. Then I got my real rate and monthly payment. Now I just need to head to the dealership for a test drive and purchase.
Sounds easy.
Yeah, it is.
Well, since we're both up, who wants French toast? What's in your wallet?
I love that. Who wants French toast? That's a dad joke if I ever saw one. So anyway, that's why I like the commercial partly. And it turns out that that's Eugene Levy and Sarah Levy. It must be his real daughter. And my daughters, they usually take my Lexus LSs, my luxury cars. Last time I went down, I flew down to Dallas on like 2 days' notice and picked up a new one. Well, new to me. And it was quite the trip. So I left the house at 4 a.m. In Milwaukee and flew to Dallas for $36.50 on Spirit and was home by 3 a.m. the next morning. So it just shows you what you can do. And that thing's still running good. Yep, it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's get on to, obviously, I got my scrolly thing working, which you noticed down there. Okay, we've got another WDMA meetup. We've got a dozen people registered already. So if you're one of my friends, you probably already got an email, and we'll have some more of those. And you can go to wdma.org and get the details and register. And we're on Zoom, and all of you know how to do Zoom now, so it's working really well. The style consultant runs it, and we do real business. We got some real, if you read the email, it's got some really good quotes from some of the people last time. So go over there and sign up. Now, here's an interesting article you probably haven't seen. The Botswana Post digitizes its post business. And you think, oh, America, that's where it's at. Everything new and innovative is in America. Well, this is something really interesting. And if anybody out there is from Botswana, I'd like to know more about this because I didn't really understand it. But the idea is that you've got a virtual post box, VPB, and the virtual post box lets the customer register their cell phone, their mobile number, and then it texts it over there so you can see your mail. Now, what I don't understand is it says you can receive mail. Now, informed delivery gives me a picture of the outside of the mail, but all the important stuff is inside the envelope, and I can't see it. So I don't know if they open the mail for you. I don't know if that's so great. I think it also has the ability to identify your location and find you and give you the mail. That may be the case. So instead of a post office box, you essentially have your cell phone. But, that to me sounds way too variable. So I'm a bit lost on how it exactly works, but I'm curious about it. And way to go, Botswana. It's the first article I've ever had on the show about your postal service. So it gives you a history of all customer mail. It acts as a mail management system, thus making it possible to monitor customers' mail volumes also. And anyone above the age of 18 can open a virtual post box, and it's less expensive than having a P.O. box, which it sounds like it's kind of emulating. Anyway, I'll keep following up with that, and I'll reach out on LinkedIn to see if I can find anybody in Botswana on LinkedIn. Maybe there is. I don't know. Anyway, Meredith Publishing has extended their wrap format to B2B this article had no pictures. I don't know what it was exactly about, but it says B2B advertising has undergone a significant upheaval as traditional means of reaching decision makers has stopped applying for the last year. So I'm following up on a big story. One of my longtime favorite clients. I haven't heard from him in a year. I didn't know what was going on. I called and called. Anyway, we try to keep in touch. Finally, yesterday we got connected again, and I said, are you doing any more? Are you still doing those mailing programs that we got going? And they said, not only that, but they're mailing 3D stuff. And I'll give you, I emailed them back and said, can you send me pictures of what you did? Because I'm not going to spill the beans and tell you. But the number one question I'm getting, or I've gotten this past year, is how do you reach your B2B customers when they're not at the office? And if you send them something that looks, like junk mail, it goes in the trash before they even see it. Well, and so I asked him this question. I said, how did you get to the customers? I said, did you call them? Because, back in the day, Donnie Beaver was the founder of New Pig, which is a pretty good sized B2B company. And he wanted to send out samples of they put oil absorbent in a pantyhose, basically, and it sucks the oil up and it works really well. And he wanted to sample anybody that had machine tools that were dripping oil. And you couldn't really get a good list and know who to talk to. So he hired a bunch of people. He's kind of in Appalachia, and hired a bunch of, of women mostly, to call every manufacturing plant in the country and say, who could we send a sample to? We'd like you to try this. And make your own list. And, it's not something that happens overnight, but you know what? That's how he built about $100 million business, and it works. And so I asked these guys,